Okay, so let me ask you. What are your overall goals in Smash?
Um, I just want to be able to be good with Shulk, and I want to win with him. I'm not sure if I really care too much about actually winning tournaments and stuff,
Okay, so
but I just
you're
want to kind of do well with Shulk.
okay. So overall goals, do well with Shield. You're aiming pretty low there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and be good with Shulk, you know.
Is there anything specific you want to accomplish pretty soon, or?
No, I didn't have any kind of goals like that.
Okay, let's leave it at that then. Okay, so what are your goals with this lesson? I would highly
I,
recommend something along the lines of improve my mindset.
yeah, I mean that sounds good. I think that's what we're gonna work on.
Okay, so and adapt to players that are bad. Adapt like beat players that I know I am better than. I would assume that's something you really want to work on.
Yeah, that's something that's pretty that'd be useful to know. I mean, sometimes I can get it. It just depends
Yes, I'm
on
very
what they're
aware.
doing that I wouldn't expect.
I'm very aware of what it is that it depends on, and I can tell you about that during this lesson. I can help you there.
Okay.
Okay, what do you believe your weaknesses are right now?
My like, there's the mental game mainly. Like my mix-ups that I do, I can't exactly do, and I struggle focusing on like all the different things that there is in Smash to think about.
Autopilot?
Yeah, autopilot. Sometimes I don't do it well. I suppose it's like not fully autopilot, but it's kind of it's there
Staying
in
out
some
of
ways.
autopilot.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just shift back into it.
In just some situations.
Okay.
Some of the stuff that I read is like normally quite basic. I can't keep up with everything there is to think about normally.
Okay. Oh shoot. Give me 1 second. I need to reset everything in the mixer. The stream I did last time. I just realized in the previous stream, I changed the mixer on the audio of the webcam, but I forgot to desync the webcam. No, to remove the desync on the webcam itself. So I was probably having some really horrible stream quality. My bad. Okay, well, oh wow, I didn't even set the lesson thing here. So.
Welcome to the skateboard arena. Preparing to enter training session.
I'm very honestly considering just leaving it at $20 an hour at this point.
Huh?
But okay, let's leave it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get an online lobby open, and we will start the clock at about.
Added, right?
I think so.
That added the other day.
Training session is complete. You will now proceed to enter the first level.
Are you online right now?
Yeah.
Okay, then I should be able to see you on the list.
Entering first stage. Good luck.
I don't see you. What is your NNID?
It's Sam.D42.
Sam period D42.
Yeah, I don't see him online.
Alright, sent you a request. I'll go ahead and get online and host the lobby.
Okay.
Level complete.
Let's get a good stretch. The key is to focus on your balance. Stretch those shoulders. That's it. Feel the burn. Let's step up the intensity. When exerting yourself, remember, keep breathing. Feel the burn in your thighs and glutes. How about some deep breathing?
Okay, room is open. Join when you're set.
Okay.
Deep breathing.
Yeah, finally, I see the room now. Load up.
Stretching session is now complete.
Okay. Looking at the description I put in for the video
Let's get fired
that
up.
we had the previous training session,
Mm-hmm.
you had a better advantage punish game than most. You were able to apply more pressure, approach better neutral, but your defensive game was lacking. Like you weren't able to deal with people who were rushing you down.
Okay.
I don't know how much of that has changed because it has been many months since then.
Yeah.
So let's I'm gonna start this lesson a little differently than usual.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go in and play I'm not gonna preface this with anything. We've had the 4 main playstyles talk before. I'm just gonna go in and try to see what I can do with each different playstyle, see how you adapt to every single one, and just try to speed through it because I want to cover a
Okay.
lot of ground today. I'm not gonna
Alright.
give you the whole detailed talk. You can watch your old lesson, you can watch the
Yeah.
other lessons for that. But I'm gonna give you the basic gist of it.
What
And
stage?
any Omega stage. Okay, let's go. So far, there's not too big of a difference right now, but you're slowly taking percent and you haven't managed to hit it once. There you go. And right there, you just threw away the advantage that you had.
I don't know, I forgot about that.
Actually, there is, but okay. So let's stop.
Sorry.
Let's stop here for now. Okay, so tell me what you think of what just happened.
I couldn't really get in. I couldn't get any damage. Wasn't great.
Okay, so we all know Shulk's major strengths. He's a character that's extremely versatile, able to adapt to any situation, has huge hitboxes, a lot of lingering stuff, and can cover a lot of ground very quickly. Makes him a nightmare for camping characters, since he can cover that much ground. However, you weren't approaching very safely. You were using unsafe options to approach. You committed too much, you pushed yourself too far, and I was able to get past you every single time. Now, I want to slow things down. I'm gonna restart this playstyle, which I would call passive defense. Some offense here. I mean, I was throwing a lot of fireballs, creating a lot of offense for you to get through, but for the most part, I wasn't focused on converting off of anything. I was just focused on getting away. So far, this is exactly like one of my normal lessons, but we'll see how much longer it stays that way. Okay, so I want you to come at me again, but this time, think about your approach and think about what happens. I'm going to call out when a certain thing happens that I want you to look out for. So, come at me. Right there, hold on. Right there, you hesitated. You jumped into the air. You had a perfect, clean opportunity to come at me with a nair, and you jumped away instead.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you don't want to jump in raw with nair. It's going to be very unsafe. But if I'm in the middle of throwing a fireball, there's a lot of lag before I can bring up my shield. So right there, that was a perfect opportunity. It doesn't matter if I'm throwing the fireball. You can nair, hit the fireball, and hit me behind it.
Yeah.
So let's try that again. I want you to notice what just happened.
Well, you hit me, and I...
Yes, but specifically, like I hit you. No, you came at me with a jump and attack. You knocked me off, and then I jumped through you, attacked you back, and kept going.
Yeah.
Essentially, let's play this as if we don't have any attacks. Just come at me and see what happens when I run away from you. You are holding forward into me to try to approach. The instant you try to get into me to try to close off my distance, I abuse the fact that you're moving forward, and then I try to cross over you.
Right.
If you try to push me off to the ledge, then I'm going to be able to break through you. Like, it's like, you know, when someone's on the ledge, they're at a disadvantage. You have control of the stage. You can, from this position, you can walk forward, you can walk backwards, you can throw out an attack, you can face out with an attack, you can push someone off, you can do whatever you want. While the other person, they can walk forward, but then there's you in their way. They can walk backwards, but then they're off stage. So their options are very limited because of these situations. Now, if you stayed right in that position that you're in right now, you have a ridiculous control over what I can do. Because if you push any further, like watch this, I'm gonna roll into you. I'm gonna try to get past you with a roll. I'm still like right on you. You can very easily punish that. Now, if I try to get over you, or like jumping there, you can very easily cover that space with an up tilt or a fair or a nair or whatever you want. Now, if I try to cross you up with an air dodge, you can very easily cover that space as well. Not with something that risky.
Neutral air?
Yeah, neutral air or jump and fair, chase me down with something.
Alright.
At the same time, if you push forward from this point, now you're here, and I want to box you out. I want to either reclaim the stage, or I want to box you out. From this position, I can back air you extremely easily because you're in range of my attacks. My attacks are faster than yours. I can get behind you extremely easily with a roll or an air dodge or whatever, and there's nothing you can do to contest it. So, if you push in that far, you give up what stage control you have because it's very easy for me to claim it from you. And suddenly,
you keep the range.
Yes, suddenly you're on the ledge, I'm on the stage, and you're in that bad position. When you have the advantage in a match, like especially if it's someone playing defensively like this, constantly running away, they're letting you have the stage for free. You need to take that stage, you need to use it to their advantage, to your advantage. and then when they try to get past you because they think you're going to push in too far, you have all this position to cover. You can jump backwards with a fair, you can jump backwards with a nair, you can up tilt, you can use speed art to just make their life hell, you can use buster art to make it extremely rewarding to hit them and just keep them at the ledge forever. It's incredible. So, besides this, keep in mind that it's very risky to do certain things at this position, like because
Here?
I am playing reactively. I am throwing out very safe options. So if you come at me with an unsafe option, like running in with a fair, running in with a dash attack, or trying to backslash when I cross you up, and you miss, I punish you really hard. Keep in mind what character I'm playing. I can do stupid combos like that off a single throw. It's ridiculous. And if I manage to claim the stage, then suddenly all that advantage you were trying to get, that I gave you for free, is now mine, and I can do whatever I want with it. So, let's try this again. Think about what I said.
Okay.
There's also a bit of lag, so I don't blame you for getting hit by a couple fireballs, but the overarching plan is you gotta find a way around it. You just gave me the stage. You should have pushed me off stage with that. You just gave up your advantage. Defensive playstyles are generally very reactive playstyles. So, if you play in a reactive way against a reactive playstyle, they're generally going to react first if they were the first ones to bring the playstyle to the table. At the same time, if you play very risky against a reactive playstyle, and they're using very safe options, they can punish you for trying to do so. Generally, how you beat reactive playstyles is by either baiting a reaction or using an option that they can't react to. And not giving up your advantage. Never give up your advantage. You had a good position, you lost it.
So I shouldn't go off.
Not against Mario, not when he's near the ledge, because this attack right here is stupid. Never go off stage in this position, because the best that'll happen is you'll be a little closer to killing me. The worst that'll happen is that you'll throw away your advantage and lose your stock.
Yeah.
It's not worth that risk reward. Don't try it.
Okay.
If Mario's far away from the stage, by all means, give it a shot. But the second he gets close to the ledge, he can up B, and if you're below the ledge when he up Bs, he can very easily stage fight you and you die. Don't try it.
Okay.
Okay, let's try one last time. That was almost pretty good.
Mm.
That's good. Right there, that's not good.
Yeah. took away my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I
Keep
feel
me
like I
here.
have to read
Keep me
what
here.
you're doing.
You don't have to read. You have to cover. Be patient. I'm not reading anything. I'm reacting to everything. You do kind of have to make an anticipation, but make a safe guess. Like right there, that was really safe. I couldn't do anything but shield. Throw you off. Here, you can cover everything that I do by reacting. You have the advantage. Like, watch. I'm gonna go a little bit on a tangent, but watch. I'm gonna jump over you. Just wait for it, and then up tilt or something. Really easy to cover. I'm going to roll past you. This one's going to be a little harder for you to react to because of the position you're in. Take a couple steps back, because watch this. If you stay that close to the ledge, then I can very easily get up attack and knock you away. If you stay right outside of the get up attack range, then there's nothing I can do. The roll takes 50 frames to complete, so you can extremely easily react to this.
Okay. Is that a suitable punish? Or should
I
do
mean,
something else?
it works, but it's very risky. Do
Okay,
something that you can react to quickly. Remember, short frame data isn't the best. You want to pick a faster option than that. Like, one thing you can do that'll cover almost anything, turn around. Just turn. Okay, there. Now, this position that you are in, well, not quite this position. Don't jump, don't jump.
Okay.
Get a little farther away. Right there should be fine. I am out of get up attack range. Now, if I roll, I am pretty much right in front of you. Nair is too slow. Don't use Nair.
Alright.
I mean, Nair works in some cases if you're trying to cover other options, but just stay right there. What am I in range of? I mean,
Lots of stuff.
that works, but that's also very risky. It covers multiple at the position you're in. That'll only cover that will only cover roll. You want to use something that's very safe, can get you a lot of reward, and is something you can pull out quickly, so that you can react to multiple things at once. From this position, you have a few options like that. Jab is one of them, which doesn't really give you much.
But it's quite, it's quite safe.
It's quite safe, yes, you're right. What else do you have?
Like tilts?
That doesn't give you much either.
No, well...
Try, this is gonna go a little contrary, but considering how much it covers, you can actually get away with this. Try air slash.
Oh, I missed the input. Oh, it's standing that way, so it's fine.
You're too close. At death percent, that's a fast option that will kill.
Yeah.
Now, you're still too close. There. Now, you know what else works? Grab. Throw me off. I'm back in this bad position again. Don't use air slash unless it's gonna kill.
Okay, so that's the killing.
Try up tilt.
Standing in
Like
the wrong
you
place.
you want to stand in that right place and face away from the ledge. If I jump, you can also catch it with up tilt.
Could you air dodge that?
I mean, no, unless I time it perfectly. And if I time it any earlier than that, if I time it any later than that, you can catch me with another option. At the same time, I'm an air dodge landing lag, so you can up tilt once and then run in and grab.
Okay.
Don't mash air dodge. I mean, don't mash up tilt. There's no reason to. Now, another thing you can do is you can nair from that position to cover multiple options at once. Nair doesn't really work as a roll punish because it doesn't give you too much, but it can work as a roll punish. Like, you can just cover so many options at once with that nair. Try nair facing away from the ledge. Reverse nair. Because you see the angle that it launches at, and the angle that it swings in. That late hit of nair covers that get up attack range extremely effectively. This is more as a anticipation tool. Like, you can land with that and keep yourself in that position. Like, you could just like short hop, do it, and then land, and then get ready to up B or up tilt or whatever.
any other thingy. Alright.
Now, if I stay on the ledge, you could just wait there forever. Or you could throw out a forward smash. If I drop down from the ledge, I come at you with an attack. You can very easily block that attack, or you can use the fact that you have so much stage control to back off and then punish my landing, either from a jump or from a drop off. If you block it, you can grab me, or you can up the out of shield. Hold on, wait a second. Try shield grabbing me again?
Okay.
Okay, that was good. You dropped shield earlier and to grab me, I was like, what? Now, the one thing that this doesn't cover effectively is neutral getup.
Okay.
Because neutral getup, you don't really have enough time to react to whatever I can do. But besides that, most of the people will be scared, and they will shield immediately because it's the safest option they can do. You can just run up and grab that. On reaction.
Okay.
And besides that, if you condition them to neutral getup, you can start using some harder read options. Like you could throw out the nair
smash?
or the up smash. If you stand right around here, around where the blue flower is, yeah, about there, I want you to react immediately to whatever I do with an up smash. Hold on. Try it again. Get a little closer. You're too far. Way too close. Around there.
Alright.
Maybe a tiny bit closer. Try charging the up smash, and then release it. There you go. That's the time.
Alright.
You have to do it earlier than you think you would.
Okay.
Now, try it again. Okay, around there is a good range. It's harder on Wi-Fi, especially with the amount of delay we have. But essentially, if you catch me on this hitbox, when I'm over here, I'm gonna get hit. And I'm gonna get pulled into the second hit. It's like a 2-frame window to hit that one. It's the pop-up hit you want to aim for.
Yeah.
Maybe get a tiny bit farther around. No, that's too far. That's too far. Right around here. Charge the up smash for this one, I guess, for Wi-Fi's sake. You can practice it offline later on your own time.
Alright.
You want to aim it. Maybe Mario's one of the characters you can't do this to, but essentially, when you use your up smash, you have hitboxes a little past your feet.
Yeah, it's the feet.
That's the hitbox you want to hit me with. The one that's like when I get farther to the right.
No, I just can't get it.
Okay, well, keep that in mind. Try it out later on offline.
Okay.
With some practice, you'll get it done. You'll be able to cover 2 options at once. It's just that up smash, and it's pretty good. But also keep in mind it's very risky. Anyways, that was a little tangent on ledge coverage options because you needed to get higher reward for these sort of things. Let's try one last time with this playstyle. Because you were having a lot of trouble with it. Just approach safely, and when you get your advantage, take as much control of the stage as you possibly can.
Okay.
Step back. Alright, let's go. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm alive. You gave up your advantage. You went too far. That was a lot better. You controlled your space, you prevented me from playing that defensive playstyle, you forced me into using options that forced me to try to contest you,
Okay.
and then you punished me for those. That's how you have to play against these players. Force
Alright.
them into a corner, force them to try to cross you up, and then punish them for doing so.
Alright.
Now, reset your percent. Alright, so let's move to a different playstyle now.
Okay.
I don't want to spend too much time talking about each individual playstyle, but I do
Hmm.
want to go through them all very quickly. Because I want to come to the point that comes after this, which is the point that I really want to make in terms of improving your mindset. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Start on the other side. There we go. Keep in mind what just happened. I had advantage and I gave it up.
Okay.
Keep fighting, keep fighting. It's your job now to exploit this. Okay, before we move on, let's try that one more time. Think about how I am approaching. Think about where I want to be, what my goals are, and how I'm doing in terms of advantage and disadvantage. Also, think about everything that I told you about keeping the advantage and apply it
Okay.
here in reverse. Let's say you are now the one who's being pressured. What do you do is to escape from that? When I was pressured, my options were limited. When you are pressured, your options are limited. So if you make an approach when your options are limited, it becomes a lot more predictable what you are trying to do.
Okay.
So think about that while you're being pressured. Think about ways you can escape without me getting too much reward. And when you get the advantage, hold on to it for dear life because that's all you're gonna get.
Alright.
And when we are playing neutral, think about how I am trying to rush you down, and what you can do to stop that in order to get the advantage for yourself. All right, let's go. You're repeatedly rolling from the ledge, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice, Malk. Very, very close. You did well, but you could do better. There's one thing that I want to teach you that has nothing to do with anything else, but it's something that I was noticing that you were messing with. Okay, so this is a shulk specific thing.
Okay.
I want you to up B to the ledge. Okay. Okay, I want you to space it so that Shulk grabs the ledge at the end of the first swing. Okay. What are you doing now that you weren't doing before?
Just thinking about it.
I mean, well, besides that, okay, now you're not doing it. Okay, so you're only pressing B once, right? I want you to press B twice now. Keep the same spacing. Keep
Okay.
the exact same spacing, but buffer the
Yeah.
second slash. I want you to notice how much faster you're snapping. This is how you snap to the ledge. If you don't do this, Mario will body you. A lot of characters will body you. A lot of people can just easily hit you when you're on the ledge. But if you snap to the ledge like this, buffering the second slash, then you will be invulnerable when you grab the ledge. A lot faster.
Just seemed a bit faster now.
It's faster by like 8 frames.
Oh wow.
Significant difference. Essentially, I tested this with a cross bomb. Like, you know, the items that explode in like 4 ways?
Yeah.
There was a cross bomb going horizontally. I hit the bomb on my way down and then snapped to the ledge. When I didn't press B, I got hit by the bomb. When I pressed B the second time, I grabbed the ledge and was immune to the bomb, even while the explosion was happening. Like, it wasn't that I grabbed it before the explosion. It was that the explosion was happening and I grabbed the ledge through the explosion.
Okay, wow.
So it's very, very important that you master this. Another thing you can learn, this is a little slightly different. It also involves a way to snap to the ledge, though. It's something that I've been using a lot, that I've been kind of pioneering in the Shoal community.
Okay.
Using the startup of the first slash and snap to the ledge, like this with Mario. Hold on. Normally you can't grab the ledge on your way up from a jump. But if you use the startup of your up B, you can snap to the ledge like that. Like, try double jumping towards the ledge with an air dodge, and then mashing the up B when you're like right in range. You're going too low. You're going way too low. There, perfect. This will take some practice, so this is just something for you to practice in training with. This is something I want you to do right now, but the second slash buffer thing is really easy, and I want you to do it now and always forever, alright?
Alright.
This is a game changer. This makes Shulk's recovery not a piece of garbage.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this again. Keep in mind the recovery thing that I just mentioned, and everything else that we've discussed.
Alright.
You almost died.
Yeah.
That one, not quite as good. Let's try that one more time. Let me go a little more into detail, though. Okay, so, I'm constantly trying to hold into you. I want to be here. This is my favorite location in the world. I want to be right by your side forever and always. Mario and Shulk, OTP. You don't want this. You're like, no, that's gay. I don't need that. So, you, not that there's anything wrong with that, but disclaimer. So, Mario is constantly going to be trying to get in your face. You want to use the stage control that you have and back off.
Okay.
Like, you want to make space between me and you. So, constantly, while I'm getting closer to you, you're going to be backing off. Like here. How about you come closer to me? See what I can do to get you off. Like, you're coming at me, making this space. I take a step back because I know you want to be in my face. And I beat you out with attacks, preventing you from getting close. And then I claim all this space. I get one hit and then I push you off and claim the advantage. That's what you kind of need to do to me.
Alright.
Alternatively, try again. Come at me. Remember this playstyle?
Yep.
That's the playstyle, another playstyle that counters this. Just run away, throw swords, and run away and hold shield or dodge or whatever. React to my approach. My approaches are very risky. You can beat me back very easily. Let's try it one more time. Alright, let's go. This is so much better than last time. I just gave him a control. You need to abuse that. You took a risk and you blew it. You did really good at first, but then once I managed to get the advantage, you weren't able to get out.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to work on, resetting to neutral once you have disadvantage. Let's, you want to talk a bit about that, or you want to just keep going for now? And come back to this later.
Keep going, we'll come back to that in a bit.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna use this playstyle that I wanted you to work on. And I want you to find a way around it.
Would the, like,
This
offensive,
passive,
is it?
passive
Or-
offense.
Okay. Are we going?
Yeah, fight me. I jabbed you instead of grabbed you. I'm bad. Okay, that wasn't bad. Have you thought about what makes a difference between a passive playstyle and an active playstyle? Have you thought about what makes a difference between a defensive playstyle and an offensive playstyle?
The offensive is going in, and the defensive is, you know,
Not
kind of
quite,
running away.
because if I'm doing this constantly, waiting for you to approach and throwing attacks at you, that's an offensive playstyle. Even though I'm staying 20 feet away from you. Here. Stand right here. I'm gonna stand here on this other side of this flower. Everything from the flower towards me is a passive playstyle. Everything, if I step past this flower, I am now playing an active playstyle. What I do in this location determines what kind of playstyle I'm using. If I'm playing reactively, I'm playing defensively. If I'm playing proactively and anticipating, I am playing offensively.
Okay.
Usually. Like, if I'm standing here and I see you're coming in and I'm throwing out attacks to bat you away, that's an offensive playstyle. If I'm standing here holding shield or air dodging or rolling or just staying out of your range and then punishing you, that's a reactive playstyle. That's defense. If I stand here and hold shield and spot dodge and air dodge and roll and just wait for you to do something, that's a reactive playstyle. That's defense, but it's an active defense. And you can use that to break through walls, punish an unsafe option, and then break through. With an offensive playstyle, me rushing in and just pressing buttons, that's not going to work against a defensive playstyle if you're not rushing in. Like, if I rush into your shield with an attack, you're going to punish me hard. That's active offense versus passive defense. Passive defense beats active offense. However, if you come at me as I'm coming at you with a shield, suddenly things turn out a little different. Like, you come at me as I'm trying to rush you down with attacks, I can easily break you open because you are surrendering your space. I can use safe options to break through you, or I could just grab you before you have a chance to react. Active offense beats active defense.
Okay.
Now, if I am spacing you out constantly and creating a wall, and you come at me with something that breaks through a wall, you can break through. Active defense beats passive offense.
Right.
And if I am playing away from you, trying to force you to approach, and you find a way to approach safely, breaking through this wall, you can break through this. You can beat this. That's
Okay.
active defense beats passive defense. At the same time, some of these you're able to beat out with a better version of itself. Like, if I'm constantly trying to space you out with attacks, and you come at me with longer ranged attacks outside of my range, you can very easily choke me out. A better passive offense beats passive offense.
Uh-huh.
And that generally goes for any sort of playstyles. Like, if I'm running away and trying to camp you out with fireballs, and you camp me out with something even better than fireballs, you win. Or if you're Ness and you're absorbing all of these things and then throwing out like Peaky Fires or Lucas, you know, just playing that game. I can't camp out Lucas. It doesn't work. So, besides that, then passive playstyles generally don't have anything to do with each other. But if you try playing passive offense against a passive defense, the passive defense guy isn't going to be able to do much to punish you. So you can't space out Diddy Kong, who is holding banana in his shield. It's not going to work. He's going to drop shield and punish you. But at the same time, anyone other than Diddy Kong can't do anything. So generally, these two playstyles kind of tie. They don't really have anything to do with each other. It's just that line of thinking. Each one of these playstyles beats another playstyle. So I want you to try to beat my passive offense, and then I want you to try to beat my active defense very quickly with the time we have left. Because I want to talk to you about how this all ties together. Alright. God damn. Let's try that one more time. I got a good advantage on you and you weren't able to do anything. You just straight up died.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. If you get in my range, you gotta know that there's an attack coming. If you don't get within my range, my attacks aren't going to reach you. But if you do get in my range and you come in with a safe defensive option, you can usually break through very easily. This is the Diddy Kong playstyle. This is Sheik's. Sheik's with their fair walls. Just finding an opportunity to fair and carry you across the stage. Good stuff. Another thing to note is that people who play in a passive playstyle are less likely to give up their advantage. But they're also less likely to pursue their advantage. Good stuff. Alright, let's move on to active defense. Remember what I said beats active defense, and what the nature of the playstyle is. I'm going to be playing a very reactive playstyle, so you want to bait out my reactions, or you want to hit me with things that I can't react to. Grabs, or safe attacks, or something that will hit me before I even have the chance to air dodge or roll or whatever. Okay, let's go. At the same time, if I run into you and you cross me up, I can't punish you. If you try to space me out, I can very easily punish you.
Yeah. Rolled in.
Don't roll so much from the ledge, especially if you see me getting ready to cover that option. Let's try this again. Remember to snap to the ledge. That was cute. Good job baiting the reaction. Very nice. Very nice.
Too risky, I don't know what to do.
That's exactly what you gotta do. Okay, that was still really good. I like the grab thing that you did. I was just about to tell you to do that.
What was the grab thing exactly?
Essentially, I'm constantly running at you with the shield, right?
Hmm?
If you grab me, grab beats shield, I can't react. You grab me before I'm able to react. So like, I'm running at you, you already know I'm gonna shield because I'm stuck in this playstyle.
Okay.
And then you just grab me before I get in range. Like, grab me at the flower. Exactly, there you go. That's what you gotta do. At the same time, it's not a catch-all. This won't always work, because there are other ways I can approach, like this. And you won't be able to grab that if you try to grab me as I'm coming. Or I could come at you with an air dodge and then punish you. But in general, if someone gets stuck in doing a certain habit, you can very easily catch them with something they can't react to. And in this position, if you stay relatively safe with what you're doing, or if you cross me up, this won't work anyways because I'm already committed to going forward. Anyways, let's move on from now, because we only have 9 minutes left to cover how this all ties in together. Okay, so
Alright.
all of these playstyles working together is like a game of rock, paper, scissors. You know how a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm an offensive player. I'm a passive player. I'm an aggressive player. I like to rush in. I'm passive aggressive. I like all these different things, right?"
Yep.
That's not how you should be approaching the game. Different
Okay.
playstyles beat different other playstyles. So if I'm a passive player, I'm gonna be running away the whole match, playing mostly passive defense, passive offense, forcing approaches, forcing people to come into me. You know what beats both passive playstyles?
Active ones?
Active defense. It beats both passive defense and passive offense, because you're able to react to me being scared of you, as well as being able to approach safely through my walls, and you're able to bust through my walls with a shield or with an air dodge, making it miss, or a spot dodge, or whatever. So, imagine you're playing rock, paper, scissors. Like, you enter a rock, paper, scissors tournament, and someone says, "Hey, what's up, man? Hey, good to get to know you. I've been playing this game for a while. I'm a scissors main."
Okay.
And the guy complains that he always loses to rock players. Do you understand how stupid that sounds?
Yeah.
That's how you need to think about people playing in certain playstyles.
That's playing one playstyle.
Exactly. If you always play passive, you're going to lose to everyone who plays active defense. You're going to win against everyone who plays active offense. You're going to tie with people who play passive defense or passive offense. You're going to tie with other passive players. It's like exactly like rock, paper, scissors. And the same goes for every single playstyle. Every single playstyle has a weakness. So you need to be able to recognize your opponent's playstyle and adapt. Like, you can see, if you master this technique that I've been working on, you can watch an opponent's first few moves. You'll see the opponent's throwing fireballs. When you approach, the opponent is more likely to shield and roll. then you
'Cause
know
they're defensive.
passive defense. At the same time, there are other people who are going to be forcing approaches like Diddy Kong. And then you try to approach him, and then he bats you away with spares. That's passive offense. So you think, okay, what beats passive offense? Active defense and passive offense both work. Diddy Kong players are a little different in that they have two phases of battle. They have their passive offense and they have their passive defense. Passive offense when they don't have banana, passive defense when they do. But not every player is going to play the optimal way for their character, and you shouldn't always play the optimal way for your characters. Because like let's take for example two Diddy players. They both love the game just as much as each other, and they both start playing around the same time and put in the same amount of work in their character. One Diddy player is naturally a passive player. The other Diddy player is naturally an active player. Diddy Kong's passive playstyles are stronger than his active playstyles, significant. So the passive Diddy Kong is going to excel in is going to reach higher places in tournament faster than the active Diddy Kong. Does that mean that the active player picked the wrong character? Does that mean that the passive player is naturally better at the game than the active player? No. It means they have naturally a different sort of mindset. And if that active player were to learn how to play passively, not only would he get all that strength from Diddy Kong's passive playstyles, but because he's naturally an active player, his punishes would be much more optimal, and he'd be able to control the advantage phase much easier than the passive player.
Alright, yep. I see that.
So that's what you need to be able to tap into on your own.
Recognize playstyles.
Recognize playstyles and learn the playstyles yourself so that you can pick the playstyle that counters each individual player. At the same time, you'll find some players whose playstyles don't really fit into any single one of these categories. Some people are just going to be oddballs that just do whatever they want and just rush in, and like you're gonna see someone who's constantly rolling all over the place and forward smashing. And then he rolls again, and then he forward smashes. And then he rolls again, and then he forward smashes. And then he rolls again and forward smashes. And you have to recognize, this boy is a scrub.
Yeah.
And here's one thing that's very important. Let's say you fight a rock main in tournament. Your scissors main is trying to coach you, but you know that your scissors main buddy is a complete idiot. So, you fight that rock main in tournament. Is there any reason to pick anything other than rock and paper?
No.
No, there isn't. So if this guy keeps picking rock the entire match, we can pick rock the first time to test the waters. Because rock ties with rock. You're not losing any ground, and you might essentially win the encounter. In the actual game of rock, paper, scissors, you would tie, but that's besides the point. And then next time, you pick paper. And then he keeps playing rock. Rock, 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 paper, 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 paper. You win. Now there's going to be that one time you're going to find that rock main who's going to be rock, 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 scissors. And then you're going to be like, oh no, he's catching on to my game plan. I gotta adapt. I gotta stop using scissors. No, I gotta stop using paper because he's going to start beating me. And then you adapt and suddenly it's rock, 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 rock again. You have to adapt more than once. You have to play rock, paper, scissors with this guy. This guy just played the actual game against you for an instant, discouraged you from picking the option that wins, and then kept doing the original option. That's Yomi at work. I don't know if I don't have time to explain Yomi, but I've discussed it before in other videos. Essentially, it's a mind game sort of a thing that applies to many different topics such as war, fighting games, different things like that. I highly recommend giving it a read. I can send you a resource for that later on. Essentially, he presented his strong option, which was rock. And then you picked paper to counter that strong option. And then he, knowing that you would pick paper to counter the strong option, brought out scissors. And then you start thinking, oh no, I can't do this anymore. I have to pick scissors or rock to beat his scissors. And then he brings out rock. and then you start getting bodied, and then you switch back to paper and you win. So you have to keep in mind when someone's doing that. You can't always try to condition someone else like this. Some people might be stupid. Let's say you decide to be a paper main. You decide to love this character so much, you adapt it into your life. You take paper as your waifu. Post pictures of paper everywhere. Use paper as your avatar. So you enter this tournament and you find a scissors main. And Scissors starts bodying you. And you think, okay, I play paper, but Scissors is going to beat me, so I'm going to pick rock. I'm going to pick rock, so he's forced to switch off his scissors, and then I'm going to go back to paper, because paper is what I love. But then the guy keeps picking scissors. You can't switch to paper. You can't do that. You have to keep picking rock. And that's somewhere where a lot of people get stuck. There's people that play normally an extremely aggressive playstyle, like Sonic mains, who want to constantly rush in. But they know that Sonic playing passively is extremely good. So they try playing passively a little bit. The other person shuts down their passive approach, and instead of... well, not shuts down, but like the other person kind of is able to sort of deal with it a little bit, but it's still losing. Or maybe they get bored, and then the Sonic main starts playing aggressively again. No, don't do that. Keep playing what makes you win. Always. There's no reason to switch off.
What
And
about if they can beat what you're doing?
if they can beat what you're doing, then you switch off. If they can't beat what you're doing, don't switch off. If you're playing Ryu in Street Fighter, and your opponent doesn't know how to get around Hadouken, feel free to spam it 20-30 times. You're gonna win. In Smash Bros, if someone is constantly rushing at you with attacks, and they're never shielding, and you nair the entire match, and convert off of that nair, you're going to win. Or if you space out with Buster back air, you're gonna keep hitting them back, you're gonna keep batting him away, hit him with that row your boat hitbox, and he's just gonna lose.
Yeah, I have seen that.
And then they're going to message you afterwards and be like, you're a cheap son of a bastard. Fucking stop spamming this back air. Do you know how to use any other move? It's like, you lost to it. Do you know how to beat it? Do you know... Are you so bad that you can't get around one move?
That's familiar.
Yeah. There's no reason to stop using back air if it makes you win. And once you understand that, you're going to be winning a lot more often against these paper mains, scissors mains, and rock mains in the world.
You don't change what they're doing.
They don't change what they're doing. And then you fight the top players, and suddenly it becomes a regular game of rock, paper, scissors. And then you have a good match because you're able to keep up with them. They try to condition you, you try to condition them, and then you have a really hype battle. There's a couple other things that go into this, but I sadly don't have time to talk about this thing. Mostly, I'm gonna briefly mention it. It's the concept of Yomi, which I mentioned earlier, and the concept of weighted rock, paper, scissors. Essentially, it's like if you win with rock, let's say you're playing first to 5. If you win with rock, you get 3 points, but if you win with paper or scissors, you only get 1 point.
So it's like better options.
Yeah, but even then, if the person keeps picking paper, you're going to lose, so you can't always pick rock, even if it gives you more points. Like Mario wants to grab you. Mario gets so much from grabbing you, but he can't always grab you, because if you hit him, he can't grab you. So he's going to keep trying to grab you, and he's going to keep getting hit, and he's going to lose the match. So Mario decides, okay, screw this, I'm going to block. And if I block you, I still grab you, and I still get a lot of return. And then there's things you can do to beat that. Like if you grab, you might outspeed Mario's grab, and you'll always beat his block. So he can't do that anymore. Or if you grab him with a longer range grab, or if you play safe, space him out, so he's no longer in range to grab you, and then force him to play the active defense and then play active offense to beat it out. And then Mario has to attack. Mario has to attack. He can't not attack. But if you don't block these attacks or space out his attacks, you're going to lose. And then once you start blocking, Mario gets to grab you again. This is what Mario wants to do. And you have to be aware of this as the match goes on.
Okay.
And just adapt to that when it comes out. Anyways, we are out of time.
Yeah.
Is there any last quick question you want to ask before we finish?
I think I'm alright. I'm gonna all this.
Alrighty, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get the video up whenever I can. Upload the send you the notes when they are completed. I'm gonna be rewatching this video. It won't be today because I have this regular stream to do, and I have another lesson to do in about an hour. So
Right.
it was a good time.
Thanks. It's really helpful.
No problem, man.
You're gonna write about which like type of playstyles beat the other ones.
Yes, that's going to be in the notes, as well as the specific things in each playstyle that I noticed you need to work on.
Okay. Right, thanks.
Alrighty, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for the donation.
That's
Thanks for
alright.
the support. Take care of yourself.
Hopefully I'll donate again. I mean,
It'd be much appreciated.
yeah. Bye.
Take care.